we take 3 steps forward, get the good job, the raise, the promotion, and then we get pissed off and blow it up and quit the job and end up back at square one, or with our relationships or whatever else it is. And all that brings me to the understanding that it is the higher self is your spirit. We talk higher self, we talk all these different terms that we got it, but in the purest form, you are a spiritual being having a human experience, not the other way around.
Come on now.
All right, these I learned through studying various teachers, but we are spiritual beings in a body that's like a car, so we can have this experience, so we can see what's going on and reflect the light. They call me Prizm, and let me just clarify, that's Prizm with an M, like the crystal that sheds the light into all its different colors. So I've taken the knowledge from these brothers and some of the other brothers that were in here since I was 14, 15, 13 years old. And I shed it in colors that they could understand. So I talked to them, and I talked to them, and I talked to the whites, and I talked to the ROTC, and I talked to the principal. I had the principal doing loud announcements for people who want to get involved because he understood the movement and what we was doing. I wrote essays about it in school and got awards for it, about what we was doing with the movement. And they asked me, is Zulu Nation the real thing? And I'm like, yeah, it's real. You don't see me wearing the flags? I brought peace. When the Bloods and Crips invaded New York City, we didn't really have all that problem when I moved upstate. They came and they tried, but when I first moved out there was beef between blacks and Latinos. I had to do exactly what I'm talking about now. I had to go out there and teach them the knowledge of self. How we're all the same. We all came from the same place and got sent to different places and got mixed and diluted and so on and so forth. So once I started teaching them that, first, the Puerto Ricans was cool to join Zulu Nation because I was Puerto Rican. But once I started teaching, the blacks started joining. Now there was black gangs and Latin gangs, and we all got together and we became the Mighty Nations. We started holding universal meetings up there in the school where the principal gave us the okay, letting us use the field to bring peace rallies and bringing guest speakers and so on and so forth, to bring that unity that they was talking about, bringing these leaders together and bring solutions. But again, to make it interesting and relevant to them. One problem, and again, I'm going to speak honest, one problem we had with the hip-hop anniversary, 45 years, God bless that it made it that far, but it turned into an old school reunion. And I'm just going to keep it real. I love I pay homage to the pioneers. I've taught about it every day since I've learned about it, and I make sure anybody that knows me knows the history and the culture. But when we go to an anniversary, we want to see the hip-hop anniversary, the breaking, the b-boying, the DJing, all that. But what we end up seeing is an old school reunion. You know, it's all the old rappers that you ain't heard of in 25 years coming like, if we ain't do this, y'all wouldn't be here, and let us in for free and our 40 people. And then they wonder why the young kids don't want to be there. All right, the sister talked about Fat Joe, and you can feel how you want to feel about him, but he was the first Latin rapper to me that caught my attention and represented the Bronx. So I got homage for it. Now I pay respect for him. Now I know everybody, again, going back to ego, everybody got ego. Martin Luther King had ego. Malcolm X had ego. JFK, everybody got a dark side. Everybody got some vice that they give into. So I'm not going to look at Fat Joe any differently than I look at anybody else. What I can say is that he is a voice that is known and recognized in hip-hop, and he was one of the first rap heads that I heard that shouted out Zulu Nation proudly in a rap song. It made me feel like, yeah, I'm part of that. Yeah, he's talking about me. You feel me? It made me feel proud that I represented the culture of hip-hop. Not just the music, but the culture, the elements. All right? And I taught it as the culture, the business, the industry, and the movement. And it didn't start without hip-hop activism. All our members had to learn their lessons and do community activism. Whether it was a food drive or a homeless petition or whatever it was, that was your community. Another thing the brother said, I believe it was one of these brothers over here said about policing our community. We inherited that from y'all who, like he said, inherited from the Black Panthers. And so when we held events, I went to an event one time in Long Island with these brothers. And they doing their thing. It's a community open event to the public. The police come up, walking up there like they're about to shut shit down. So I walked up to the police officer. How you doing, Officer Simpson? Pleasure to meet you. I'm Prizm. I'm one of the teachers over here. We're going to a youth rally. How can I help you today? He's like, oh, okay. It's a youth rally? Oh, okay. I didn't have no fear because we wasn't doing nothing wrong, but it was because of the empowerment that I felt in myself that I felt the ability to go and talk to him like that. Several times I had brothers, this brother can testify, where brothers had stuff on them they wasn't supposed to have when the cops came up to them. I walked up to the cops the same way. How you doing, officer? How you doing? How can I help you today? Oh yeah, these are my brothers. We part of a youth group. I'm just teaching them the ins and outs of how society works and everything. How can officer? Oh, you don't got your badge out? What's your name, officer? But by doing that and by teaching the youngins that you can do this, as long as you know what you're talking about, it gave them a sense of self-empowerment. So all of this, stop the violence, I recognize and I understand and appreciate the message, but Asa talked out in the beginning, Pro peace is what we need. Because what happens, and if any of y'all ain't seen the secret, it's a real simple